It's the new Hotel California. An inmate scheduled for parole might never leave. In the last year, after 2,000 parole hearings, California denied nearly every one.
There is something wrong with the system.
Example, in 1983, when Bruce Young was 18, he kidnapped a baby. The infant was recovered uninjured. Young got 7 to life. He'll be 40 this year. Now middle-aged, he's earned a degree, exemplary conduct credits, but in 12 parole hearings, never a release date.
I'm not denying I did anything, but does it warrant a life sentence, I mean, am I no longer any good to the society?
He has all these people supporting him to be released, including myself.
Marcia Huff is not his mother, but the mother of his victim, now lobbying for his release.
I don't sympathize with him. He deserved to be in jail. He deserved to be in prison for quite a long time. I think he has paid his dues.
The California Parole Board, now comprised mostly of former law enforcement officers, has accepted the mandate of former Governor Pete Wilson and current Governor Gray Davis to clamp down on paroles.
The Willie Horton ad has just scared almost anybody who's got their eyes on the White House or the State House or anything like that.
Most California inmates are in for specific times, then they are released. But about 17,000 this year will be eligible for parole hearings. In the past 4 years, California approved less than 1%. Texas, by comparison, released about 8%. The effect is that prisoners once promised parole, in effect, are sentenced to life without parole.
That may be the politically safest way to run a parole board, but the problem with that is that it is a manifest perversion of what the legal structure was set up to do.
This year, an appeals court took the unusual step of ordering the release of inmate Robert Rosenkrantz, who killed a man who tormented him for his homosexuality.
The court had to step in and say, because there's no evidence to find him unsuitable, you're going to have to release him, and that's the first time this has ever happened in the state of California.
For the moment, he's still in prison. CNN was refused repeated requests for on-camera interviews with parole board officials. Why care about inmates' rights? It's the law.
When you add it up and what you find out is the last 100 times in a row that you flipped a penny, it came out heads. At what point is the discretion in individual cases actually a pattern which has become a concrete rule, and that rule violates the principle and the spirit of the law?
And California's prisoner backup is building, with 17,000 inmates due for parole consideration. If past is prologue, fewer than 10 inmates